Coming up on Lazer Update, we find out who Matt Macenzio is and what he does in the recruitment office at OCC.
Then we'll find out what Ma Nang in the graphic design program, all that more in the next 20 minutes. Hello and welcome to Lazer Update. My name is Kyle Goff.
And my name is Sam Dimmick. Today is Wednesday, May 3rd. We have finished 22 shows and only 10 shows are left.
Boy, and time really has flown.
Yes, it has.
Our first story brings us to the Civic Engagement office located in Moody Hall. What's their main goal, you may ask? To help out students to be more involved in their communities. Lyle Freeman has the story.
OCC's Civic Engagement Center isn't just an office in Moody. It's a team helping everyone on campus give back to our community and maybe learn something along the way.
I am in touch with more than 50 different organizations throughout the central New York area. And then I have our students either do a service learning at their site, or they can do volunteer services, or they can do, like internships on the sites. And that makes a big difference for them when they are engaged in a community with that kind of a curriculum-related experiences like that.
For someone who is a kinesthetic learner that learns by doing, hands-on, it's perfect because you're actually out there doing what you are learning about. So it's perfect for someone who likes to actually do and learns by doing.
In and out of the classroom, the opportunities of giving back are endless. You can tutor high school students. You can even be a mentor to freshmen here at OCC, like John Baker.
So basically what that means is being a part of the Mentorship Collective program, I'll be assigned a few incoming freshmen that sign up to be mentees, and I will basically just reach out to them and keep in contact with them and just be someone that's there to support them along their journey here as they get used to being students at OCC. Transitioning from high school to college can be difficult.
Wow, how nice that the faculty of OCC made this organization to purely help out the students to reach out to their communities and support in a friendly way. If you want to contact them, you can go to their office in Moody Hall, room 310, or you can call them at 315-498-2923.
Matt Macenzio, a recruitment officer for OCC, has a strong focal point on why students have chose OCC over other schools. His main priority, to recruit more people to become a student. He was formerly a student at Onondaga. John Baker has more on the story.
Matt Macenzio is an alum of OCC, and now he's back as a recruitment specialist.
My main role is talking with prospective students and telling them all of the great things that OCC has to offer for them, whether it be our academic programs, our support services, our athletics. We have a full team in the recruitment department. There are 2 recruiters, and a director, an assistant director, and a tech specialist. And we all work very closely. We're a very tight-knit group. Some days we'll be out doing events where we're in high school talking with students. I'll be at my desk sometimes just answering calls for anyone who may call in just interested in OCC. So, we do a lot to tell people about what OCC can offer for them specifically so that they can see themselves here. Honestly, my favorite part of the job is probably when I am speaking with a student, a prospective student, and I can actually see in their face their excitement for coming to college and coming to OCC specifically. There's just not much better than that when it comes to this job.
Matt Macenzio continues to be a key reason why students choose OCC.
Matt has definitely made an impact on recruiting potential OCC students. He has definitely persuaded students from choosing different schools, which is key for the entire school and community.
Now we'll head to one of our favorite segments called Pulse of the Campus. We've heard many different students across campus about their opinions about a certain topic.
Today, Dante Cassella asked students how they would improve campus security and prevent attacks across campus. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
I had the opportunity to go to the campus at Onondaga Community College to ask students what it's like to improve campus safety.
I would have more security guards in buildings and on campus, and maybe offer classes that would, make it so people realize more safety hazards and issues that could go on at the school.
Encourage deterrence. promote deterrence of everyone being armed equally. Yeah, at most, at the very least, they could be at least armed with a knife just to get any sense of safety.
I'd add more security around campus.
I would probably increase staff, the campus safety staff.
Students want more security in and outside of the classroom.
Well, now you know how students feel about safety across campus. If you ever have to report to campus safety, whether it's lost and found or non-emergency, you can contact them, 315-498-2478.
Or if there's a real emergency on campus, you can call 315-498-2311. Now let's take a look at this week's events on campus.
On May 4th, CCH will be discussing about Black Health and Fidelis. They will be in the Gordon Great Room from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Also on May 4th, SSC and CAPP will be talking about cares for COVID. They will also be in the Gordon Great Room from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
And on May 7th, SUNY Upstate has their commencement ceremony. Feel free to congratulate all the graduates.
I chose OCC to be a part of the community.
I'd have to say, and maybe it sounds a little cliched, but it really isn't, that OCC represents opportunity. It was a great opportunity for me as an instructor, as a professor, and more importantly, a great opportunity for students.
OCC is a place where I can build lifelong connections.
The Coulter Library is your place for entertainment. With over 77,000 books, movies, and CDs, there's always something to do. Your place for research help. Trouble with a project? Ask a librarian. Your place for quiet space. Shh, our first floor is reserved for quiet work only. Your place for IT help. Visit our help desk on the second floor. All this and so much more at the Coulter Library. Open 7 days a week. For more information, visit sunyocc.edu/library.
Chris Pratt and Vin Diesel are back on the big screen as they featured in the new movie Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The movie comes out Friday, so don't miss the chance to go see it in theaters.
Welcome back to Lazer Update. My name is Kyle Goff.
And my name is Sam Dimmick. Let's head straight into our next feature. We now head to the music department of OCC to explore some of the best musicians on campus. Students were invited to the Music Awards to receive recognition for their hard work in the music department. Will D'Agostino takes us there.
On April 24th, some of the students in the OCC music program were given various awards in the recital hall. Parents of the performers and others were welcome free entry to experience the students' talents as they wrap up the semester. I was able to talk to one of the students on her experience with the music program at OCC and the different programs they have to offer.
OCC, in and of itself, is a really nice music program. It's got a really awesome program. We have a really good voice program, percussion, and we saw a clarinet player just earlier tonight. I'm a very versatile musician, and OCC has really helped me become more of a versatile musician.
After each student was done, awards were given out to them on their different performances they prepared for that night. I also got to speak with the technical specialist of OCC on her thoughts on work they put in at OCC.
It's really kind of poignant to see how far they've come, even in just a couple of years. Just seeing them at this stage and knowing that they're going to go on and do such amazing things really is kind of a poignant thing.
This awards night was a great way for students in the music program to showcase their talents and what they've been practicing at OCC as the semester winds down.
Those are some pretty talented musicians, and they really do recognition for their achievements on what instruments they perform on.
Let's take a look into what Mao Nang does in the classroom. She's a student enrolled in the graphic design program. While she takes classes, she's also creating pictures outside of the class. Destiny Salas has the story.
Ma Ning is a first-generation art student who attends OCC. She majors in graphic design.
I chose graphic design because it gives me creative freedom as well as giving me a secure, steady paycheck without being a freelancer. There is no one person that inspires me. It's, the feel of the old classics like, Da Vinci and Leonardo, as well as the new flavors of, modern art. As an Asian American, despite having all these expectations on me to have a higher paying job, and hasn't stopped me from loving art and pursuing it as a career. For my Burmese heritage, I always thought it was such, it was really beautiful, really complicated. The fine details are just amazing. I believe OCC was the best choice for me because it helped me explore my options before I finally decide ultimately which college I want to pursue.
After OCC, Ma plans on transferring to a 4-year college where she can get a job in a corporate environment, which made the decision easier with the help of OCC.
Ma enjoys creating art both inside and outside of the classroom. She looks forward to working in art after OCC.
Now we head into a segment we call Did You Know? Mainly focusing on finding stories across campus that not a lot of people knew about.
Did you know that OCC has a music club? Dante Cassella went out into the Ferrante Hall to explore the ins and outs of the music department. Let's take a look at what there is about the music club.
Did you know that OCC has a music club? Students from the School of Music host this club to give opportunity to those who like to play instruments. There are various instruments that you can learn how to play. The music club meets every Wednesday from 3:30 to 5:30. For Lazer Update, I'm Dante Cassella.
Wow, those percussionists look really good. After that, Kyle, I want to personally join the music club.
Yeah, it really was really cool. Now let's take a look at Lazer sports team on the hill. This past weekend, the Lazer golf team traveled to Jamestown Community College. They beat Jamestown 323 to 321. Niagara Community College came in second place behind Niagara Community College.
Also this past weekend, the men's lacrosse team won their Region 3 championship 33-6 against Hudson Valley Community College. They will now advance to the NJCAA National Championship Tournament.
Also coming up this weekend, the men's golf team heads to Watertown, New York to play at Jefferson Community College.
I like working at Onondaga Community College because it's a smart choice for our students. It's accessible, it's affordable, it's a great place to start a career or an academic journey. Overall, it's a great place to be.
I chose OCC because it allowed me to discover my interests, make connections, and build a clear path for my future.
I like OCC because it's a great place to learn and engage in your community.
Are you tired of spending hundreds of dollars on textbooks you'll only use once? Well, we got the program for you. The Box of Books program allows you to get all of your class resources at a price you can afford. There's a reason why over 75% of all students took advantage of this amazing opportunity. Stop by the Whitney Atrium to visit the bookstore or go to their website at onondagacc.bncollege.com to reserve your box of books now.
Attention all students for next semester. Fall registration is coming up, so don't forget, if you haven't already, to sign up for next semester's classes. There's only limited time left. Welcome back to the final portion of our Lazer Update show. Sam, I can't believe we have less than 2 weeks left of this semester.
I hear you, Kyle. Let's finish strong. Now we head into our Got Issues segment. Do you ever wonder about a certain topic and want to hear other people's opinions about it? Well, you're in the right place.
Today, Dante Cassella discusses the topics of who has more popular and famous between two legendary guitarists. Let's see what his guests have to say about it.
Thank you, Kyle. Hello, everyone. I'm Dante Cassella, and today on Got Issues, we are discussing about two of possibly the greatest guitarists in music to ever perform. Eddie Van Halen from Van Halen and Slash from Guns N' Roses will be discussed about in today's discussion. Joining me today is Nick Bullock and John Baker to talk about the greatest of all time. Thank you for joining me, guys. So first off, John, what song sticks out to you when you hear the name Eddie Van Halen?
Well, when I think of Van Halen, it is really hard not to think of their most iconic and their most popular song, Jump. It's a great, catchy song. It's got a great synth lead. You hear it around everywhere at sporting events, and it makes you feel really good every time you hear it. It's definitely a song I keep heavy in my rotation. Another song I really like is Eruption. It's got a great guitar solo that's really dizzying, and it makes me think, was this performed by a human being? Those are two great songs that stick out to me.
Definitely a great guitar solo and obviously memorable. So now, Nick, if Van Halen performed in today's scene of music, do you think they would be as popular as they were?
Me personally, I don't really think so because, you know, music has evolved in such a way where technology has really changed since the time they were playing. So I think music has just evolved to the time where people now, especially our generation, is just so much more interested in the more technological, advanced music. I think it's...
What do you think about that, John?
Well, I went to go see Paul McCartney of the Beatles when he came to the Dome last summer. And it was really interesting to see how many people showed up to the Dome and filled up the entire venue. And I know that's true for Elton John when he came and for the Rolling Stones when they toured the US too. When these iconic bands come through, I think a lot of people recognize just how talented and how amazing their legacy really is. And you may think to yourself, who wants to go see these old geezers? But I guarantee you, for the same amount of people that think that, there's just as many that want to go see them and watch them fill up the venues that they perform.
Absolutely. So if you think Van Halen came to a city like maybe Syracuse or somewhere local, what do you think? Do you think they would probably pack in the stadium because of how famous they are?
Well, to what John said earlier, that they did sell out a venue when they came. So I feel like as many fans as they built up back then, I feel like they would. But me personally, I don't think I would ever go to one because it's just not my style in music.
All right. Well, when we come back, our discussion continues right here on God Issues.
Hidden in OCC's Ferrante Hall lies the Ann Felton Art Gallery. Come visit to explore and promote the work of a diversity of people's media and expressions. Art that tells stories, that moves, that inspires. Local, regional, and international. A place for everyone.
Welcome back. Dante Cassella here again with Nick Bullock and John Baker, and we've been talking about two of the most legendary guitarists in music history. Let's continue. So, John, what do you think really became popular for Slash? Like, what do you think when you hear him?
Well, I know that Sweet Old Child of Mine is one of the most iconic guitar riffs of all time, hands down. Once you hear it, it really gets stuck in your head very easily. Another song that was iconic for me and what put me onto him in my childhood was Welcome to the Jungle, which is a great rocking, catchy song. Definitely another one that sticks out for me.
Absolutely. So, Nick, over to you. What do you think makes a guitarist really popular or iconic?
I think a guitarist has to have a creative mind for sure because, you know, some people only have one of the abilities to be creative and have the other ability to actually produce it with all like the mechanical challenges and, you know, all the challenges that come with being a guitarist. But I think having both those abilities is really a truly special quality to have in a guitarist, for sure.
Absolutely. So if you think, John, if you think about the hits that Guns N' Roses had and the hits that Van Halen had, what do you think, compare them both, who do you think had more a successful career?
In terms of success alone, I think it's very hard to deny that Guns N' Roses, I think, have way more iconic songs and songs that I think stick with people a little bit more than Van Halen. I definitely hear Welcome to the Jungle and Sweet Old Child of Mine around a lot more than I hear any Van Halen song. So I think, at least in my mind, it's kind of hard to deny that Guns N' Roses is a lot more iconic and have a lot more memorable songs.
All right. And Nick, I got one more question for you. So what song do you really think either Van Halen or Guns N' Roses really put them on the map?
I think one of my favorites to go along with his in my childhood was Welcome to the Jungle. You know, I would go to a soccer game and, you know, it would be the first song to play and it would be a warm-up intro for every single player. They would get hype up to it. You know, it was just an iconic song that really happened in my childhood at least.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank you guys for joining this show and hope you enjoyed watching. I'm Dante Cassella on That's Got Issues.
Well, that wraps things up for today's Lazer Update show. We thank you for watching our show.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube or follow us on our Facebook page at Onondaga's Campus Connection. Videos are uploaded Monday through Thursday before 5 p.m. I'm Sam Dimmick.
And I'm Kyle Goff. Thank you for watching.